Welcome, dear friends and new viewers. You're with Elise. Hi, this is your April Zodiac Wheel reading, and I'm just showing you here some of my collection for my esoteric and psychic work that I do, and I'm giving everything a good smudge and purifying the air. 2020 is proving to be a bit of a tough year, yeah? After our horrendous bushfires that people are still displaced and recovering from, now we as a world are retreating and distancing ourselves due to this once in 100 years pandemic. So reflection at this time is beneficial, and we can reflect on history with our ancestors, our grandparents, great-grandparents, and what they lived through and how they dealt with it, because past karma is very powerful at the moment. Past lives, there is powerful cosmic downloads that are being received here through April and beyond. So we're all following the rules, and it's giving many of us lots of time to study some of the things that we're interested in that maybe we haven't had time to do. As you can see, I've done lots of studying with my astrology over the years. These books are well used. I'll start putting them away to make room now for the reading. These are some of the cards that I do use. Crystal, this is a new deck that I'm still looking into, and it's beautiful, and I really love it. My animal medicine cards, and these are the animal medicines cards too. These are the divine direction cards that always have lovely little messages for us. And this month of readings, I'm going to actually use these beautiful angel guardian cards. They are new, so I will be using the book that comes with it to get some references out of it, but they are gorgeous messages, and they have wonderful affirmations with them, which I think will be very helpful for you all. So a little something extra for you all while you're self-isolating. And here's some oils too that I've been using just to help with the atmosphere in my home. There's eucalyptus oil and tea tree oil. I find them very, very helpful when dealing with coughs, colds. Some of you may be working on what's known as the front line. At the start of the year, our brave firefighters and emergency services were the front line. Now it's the police and healthcare workers and medical staff, and we are all so grateful for all of you for doing the work that you do. I'm a healthcare worker, and I go to work to look after senior citizens in their homes who are vulnerable. I've been a healthcare worker for over 10 years now. But my shifts have been reduced due to the situation that we're dealing with, because some of the elderly clients that we have can't go out and do their socialising and shopping and things like that. So they're cancelling some of their shifts, which reduces my roster hours. So I've included for each of you in the Zodiac Wheel the position of the supermoon for each sign. and the area of your life that it's illuminating, to show you the way forward, and to show us the way forward. And I just want you all to know that I am sending out all of my love to this tribe around the world. Those of you watching from New Zealand, those in Australia, hello the UK, in USA, stay safe, stay indoors, India, Africa, the Philippines, Asia, Canada. Thank you so much for supporting my channel and for sharing my videos with your friends, for liking, sharing your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We may be isolated now, but we can still stay connected. And you are all very powerful energies. So use your energies. Those of you that are earth angels, light workers, indigo, crystal healers, you can now assist in the global mission and indeed in your own global personal mission, even if you do feel you're not qualified or you're not prepared. Hello Aries, thank you for joining me for your April zodiac wheel reading. I'm asking my guides and angels to join me and guide me through this reading for you, for Aries, to share what messages they have to share. Thank you. Okay, let's get started here. It's a little bit warm today, so got the fan and everything going to try and cool it down. I tell you what, autumn is more like spring. We've got bugs everywhere and the birds are out singing and it's quite beautiful to watch, but flowers are flowering that shouldn't be flowering at this time of year. All sorts of strange things going on, but it's watching nature is a very healing pastime, and I have been making the most of watching it blossom. So Aries, at this time you've got here in your first house some sudden unexpected. This usually represents a person or people rushing in and rushing out, so it's something sudden and unexpected. Okay? It could also represent there's some spontaneity happening for you at the moment, and you're feeling very spontaneous, or you're being given the opportunity to be spontaneous. Okay, and here in the area of your income and your resources, it does represent abiding by the rules, okay, whether it's reluctantly or not. You've got the air sign energy there too, so that's the King of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra, that is the supermoon this month. The supermoon is in Libra, which is actually in your 7th house, so we'll get to that as we go along. And here you're abiding by the laws and rules. This is like a lawyer or someone in power that has rules and regulations, which could be the situation that we're experiencing all around the world, but it also could be the situation that you've got some legal things that you're dealing with or looking into, finding out what your position is. Okay, now through the second house for you, Aries, there's also the Uranus energy. Uranus is entering the second house for Aries. So there also could be a period of sudden changes in your income. This could be a sudden increase or a fall in your income. That Uranus energy in the second house for Arians, it makes their income unpredictable. And the message with that is that you would do well to go with the flow rather than worry about or over worry about your stability. Okay? Unfortunately, this is a time where you need to go with the flow. Now, with that Uranus energy there in that 6th house, which will be exact on the 5th of April, and from the 5th of April onwards, it will continue to move through your second house. Keep in mind that it is a time of renewal, because the Uranus energy governs freedom, originality, and it could help you see your life in a new light if you've not suppressed that spiritual side of your nature. So embrace that inner knowing within yourself, because this can be a great time for some really great insight. And you may even surprise yourself with the amount of wisdom that you attain through this period. But you are committed to your values, and your focus is on providing monetary and physical comfort. Okay? Now, one of the key ways to maneuver through this period of isolation is by networking, communication, exchanging of information. So you could do some research and look into maybe a particular area that you've always been passionate about that you haven't implemented yet. You really are going to be also attracted to people you can have intellectual conversation with. And some of you may turn your hand to writing. Jot down your dreams, jot down your thoughts, any bright ideas that you may get, so that you can see how this unfolds as time goes on, to create that new path and open things up in a direction that you're actually wanting to go in. Now, also, this is, as I said, showing me that there's some sort of legal documents that need to be signed before you can proceed in a certain direction in your life. But it's also letting me know that you need to be patient. And here in the 3rd house of short distance travel and your siblings and neighbourhoods, it's the 4 of Wands, which also is stability. And the Wands is energy, so that communication that you're seeking to share with others, because you can communicate through the fortunate situation that we do have here on planet Earth, which is the internet, telephones, text messaging, social media, that sort of thing. So we're very fortunate to be able to stay connected, and this is letting me know that you will be staying connected with that 4 of Wands there. And your quest here in April is to understand the interaction between people and to be flexible in your beliefs and your belief systems, and find what form of communication works for you. Okay? Because you can tend to make life harder than it needs to be. And this is also a time where past lives are showing you the lessons that you've learnt. There's a lesson of humility being learnt. So that it is also involving communications with business or conferences, and it's a home-based thing. So you must be able to turn this round so you can do it from home, which is a wonderful position to be in. And enjoy your home. And I do feel that you're enjoying your home. You've got this Justice card there in the base of the wheel. This is your home, your foundation, your family. And it's showing me that it is a time about home, about your roots and your heritage and your private life. It's about justice, balance, balancing the scales, and that need to feel that you belong to your home. Tradition is also being shown as being important. And you're able to really let your family know how important they are to you, and find that sense of belonging to the family. So in a way, Aries, you're rediscovering the family unit. Now here we have the Knight of Pentacles in the area of joy. So there's a little bit of methodical repetitiveness being shown to me there, where your joy and happiness house, I call it the house of fun. But with the Knight of Pentacles, the fun is a little bit more methodical and practical, and they may even signify being returning to the old way of having fun that maybe our parents and grandparents enjoyed. So that's not necessarily a bad thing, because it's about creativity and artistic pursuits, your children, recreation, all wanting a methodical, practical approach to them. Even creative self-expression. You can enjoy the fun of romance, even if you don't have that person living in your home. You know, you can still communicate with them and enjoy that they're still there, even though you may not be able to spend the time with them that you want. And be playful. Because this is the methodical card. This is the card of being practical and sensible and using common sense, which is wonderful. We've all got to apply that. But you can still be playful and creative with some of your ideas. And for those of you with children, you can use this time to really enjoy the company of children. Now here in the 6th house, it's showing Aries that there's some unhappiness being there for you with your work situation and possibly health. So that's a worry about your health. It's a worry about your job. The Three of Swords. It's stormy weather for the emotions energy coming there with the Three of Swords. So I'll just ask for divine direction to give you a message with that. There we go. And we have that it's a time of new beginnings and embrace the new life with open arms. It's the Birth card. So out of every ending there is a new beginning. Okay? So I will ask for a message from our guardian angel cards. As I said, these are my beautiful new cards, so I'm sharing them with you because I do really love the message that they have, and each of them has an affirmation with them, so I will share that affirmation with you as well. So you have the Angel of Balance. Okay, so that's a big message for you from the angels, letting you know that balance is the key. And I do see that balance is the key, especially with the Justice card. The Justice card is all about balance, and that's in your home. So maybe you have been spending more time focusing on work, and now, Aries, you're able to balance some of that out by being at home. Okay, so I'll put your Angel of Balance card there, and I will just look up your affirmation. So the Angel of Balance, your affirmation is, you are in a calm and balanced state of mind. You will make the right decision for the future. I am balanced and grounded. My Angel of Balance is with me to assist me in making the right decision. So that's your affirmation. I am balanced and grounded. My Angel of Balance is with me to assist me in making the right decision. So take some time here in this area of day-to-day life. It's about work, health, the service you give to others, your habits. It's related also to your pets, your daily routine, your work environment, and the service in your daily routine. So this is a place that shows you that there is a place for everything, and everything has its place. So maybe it's a good time to just be of service to your household, maybe. But you're certainly being more health conscious, but watch out for those workaholic tendencies. Remember to take a break, because you do want your work environment to be harmonious. You want to share your day-to-day chores and decisions. You want to share them with your co-workers, and some of you will have your co-workers playing an important role. Now, you also, with this energy, are trying to get your partner to consider you as an equal, so that peace and harmony can prevail, and bring back that balance within your relationships. Now here, in the 7th house, you have the Two of Wands. So here is the duality with the two. Okay, and also the supermoon is here in the 7th house for you in Libra. Alright? So there's a light being, illumination of light being shown here on the 7th house for long-term intimate relationships and or business partnerships. And those of you that are single are looking for that commitment in a relationship, and you want your partner to see you as an equal, which showed up here to me in the 6th house as well. Okay, but you've got two things going on here, and now they may be things to do with new ideas that you're developing or that are evolving for you. Okay, now here in the area of joint resources, joint enterprises, inheritances, beginnings and endings, you have the wish being fulfilled of the 9 of Cups. So in a way, I'm feeling that for those of you that have had to give up, some of you have had to stop work or give up or have reduced hours, it sort of fulfilled a wish for you. There was something that you weren't content with anyway. And its polar opposite is here with the area of stability and your place in your sense of self-worth. So I do feel that this is helping you to really reconnect with that area of self-worth again for yourself. To in many ways embrace the opportunity to have some free thinking and not be so regimental in your thoughts, to be able to use your imagination, which is a wonderful Neptune energy actually, and Neptune is very powerful influence here through April. We've got this Neptune is in Pisces, and so is Mercury in Pisces, and I believe around the 15th we will have the moon joining that as well. So that is going to be a very imaginative, psychic ESP kind of time. So I just feel that that energy is being shown to me here in that 9 of Cups. Now, long distance travel, higher education. You have the Hangman. Wonderful. That is a wonderful energy to have there in that area. So that 9th house area is letting you know that with the influence of the Hangman, to leave behind some of your beliefs from your past, or it could even be your past life. Make sure that you're not making life harder than it needs to be for yourself. Because in a past life you could have been working hard, got that hard aspect in it for people's respect. So there was a need to learn humility and to express your emotions honestly. But with this Hangman there in the now, it's showing now and into the future that you can nurture others with your wealth of wisdom. And you are making willing sacrifice. Because, you know, and it's quite ironic that the Hangman is in there, because the whole travel industry is in limbo, isn't it? It's hanging there in the balance. And that sort of is also a message there of the Hangman. Now, but willing sacrifice with the Hangman brings rewards. So this too shall pass. And the King of Cups here in your career area, and your career area also astrologically in the zodiac wheel, you've got Jupiter up there, there's Pluto, Saturn and Mars. Now Saturn and Mars have moved into Aquarius. They're not in Capricorn now, but the heavy burden and restriction that all the stelliums have brought in Capricorn over this last 12 months, along with the energy that Capricorns themselves are coping with, Aries has really felt it in their career. They've really done the hard yards in their career life. So it's wonderful that we have this King of Cups showing us that, you know, there's emotion, there's depth of feeling. You will get some recognition to do with your career. You will get, and there's support. I feel with the King of Cups, he always is supportive, because he can, that energy of the King of Cups can really feel people's emotions at a deep level. So there is some support here. But there's a transformation of your ideals and your beliefs. And some of you may find that you would want to take up some sort of study or travel, which will challenge your beliefs. But there is that desire to expand your knowledge. It could be religious and the spiritual world that you're expanding out into. And you've got boundless energy to be able to pursue your goals, and they are likely to be successful because of your enthusiasm. And it's also, you know, no hurdle is too high. And you're able to also handle difficult situations easier than you thought, and easier than some others may be able to. But again, there's a message here for you to go with the flow and not try and control circumstances. Alright? Because destiny is playing its hand in the change of your path, for those of you that are changing their paths. Because there is a big shift in that regard. You may have been just following the momentum, going to work every day, but not really having it satisfy your passion and satisfy that deep need inside. So some of you are being given the opportunity now to really contemplate that and decide, is that really where you wanted to go and what you wanted to do, because you can reassess your purpose now. You could also be literally letting go of people, projects that you thought shaped your life, and in effect changing your own beliefs about your own life purpose. But if you are feeling that lack of direction, because the water energy of Cancer, Pisces in particular, and Scorpio can sometimes, well, maybe not so much Scorpio because they're quite passionate, but the Pisces energy can signify that feeling of lack of direction. If that's the case, just keep in mind that this is a transitory phase, and the way will become clear to you, even though it does appear that you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed by it all. But this is actually reversed, so that's the end of difficult situation, the end of worries. Okay? Because you've also got Jupiter coming through this area of your wheel, which is wonderful because that's a time of new beginnings. It happens every 12 years. Jupiter comes back around and visits each house every 12 years. This, in 2020, you've got it here in your 10th house, which will eventually be moving over into your 11th house. But while it's in the 10th, it can end a cycle of beliefs. And it can have you learning more about your own spiritual beliefs, your own philosophies, and digging deep, going deeply into that. So take the opportunity, Aries, to reassess your desires. Initiate new and positive avenues in your life. From after the 5th of April, there is that big push forward. Alright? So I do feel then that you do tend to feel that you are in control again, or gaining some sort of control again. But just important that you use power in a positive manner and avoid manipulative game playing. And then you'll be able to meet life with new vigour and intensity. Now, others may become overwhelmed with this. So your friendship groups and social groups may be feeling a bit overwhelmed, which is being shown here by the Nine of Swords. But again, it's a time for balance and harmony. So using your affirmations to quieten the mind. Okay? So this is showing that, you know, there is a lot of communication that is confusing. So it's a case of, I feel that there may have been some sort of rush on all the communication between you and your social group or friends or the outside world. Now, this is showing me that it's time to go within and also balance out how much communication you have. Don't spend too much time on social media. Don't have the television on constantly with the news. You only need to watch the news once a day. Usually the best news is the evening news, because then it's had time to collect all the information through the day. You don't need to have it on getting spits and spats of information, so then it all causes confusion. So just keep your eye on that. Pick one news program and that's the one that you watch. The rest of the time, turn it off. Use some of this time to really get your balance, the angel of balance. Okay? Now, with Mercury being there in Pisces, in the 12th house, there is that tendency to be busy. Now, the 12th house is being influenced by the Four of Pentacles. So it's also a time where you can be very conservative with your resources. So holding on to your money for a rainy day. Okay, so there's a bit of a hold up there of what you're going to be spending on, and some really deep logical, practical thinking with that Pentacles. Pentacles is always, to me, a quite a practical, logical kind of approach to life, which some people can find boring, and certainly Aries would find it boring, but it's nice that it's there because it's letting you know that you're not being silly with your finances, and that's important at this time. Okay. Now, you may feel also that others are making decisions for you that are forcing you to reconsider your options. But that Mercury energy there in that 12th house can be wonderful for breaking a habit or getting yourself out of a rut. And the Mercury energy is sort of a necessity for that. Okay? So if you want to, give something up or break an annoying habit, this is the time to be able to do that too. And for others that are real go-getters, it is a time to slow down a bit and use this time to relax and get more in tune with your own higher self. So there's a lot of really good opportunities here through April. Now I'll just focus here and ask for the animal messages, and there we go. What have we got? We've got 3 messages for you. So Aries, the sun is the first message. So that's a very positive sign. Things are looking up. Your plans will work out well, bring your happiness, prosperity and success. You'll garner the recognition for your accomplishments you so richly deserve. So you're going to be acknowledged for all your hard work and efforts there, Aries. And then we have 15, release, the peacock. It's time to release the past and move on to something new. This ending is the first step on the way to a happier future. And there you go. There is things from your past that you have to release and reassess to do, I feel, with career and work and how you earn your money and bring balance back into your home. And let go of the social... I really feel that this is just, a frenzy out there, or a frenzy of watching something too much and giving yourself a headache, or having too much panic about not being able to see people or contact people, so being in contact with people. And it's just saying, it's not to stop being in contact with people and not stop getting information, it's just saying, get it balanced, get it on a even keel. We think that great joy is the state we've got to be in, whereas the best state to be in is balance, not going up and down, up and down. And now is a time for humanity to be able to just stay on that even keel. 7 of autumn, cow. The planning, resources and efforts you've invested in your dream will reap great rewards. In the meantime, have patience and meditate on your next step. Okay, and that's basically what it was saying anyway, isn't it? So that's your confirmation of your reading there, Aries. So please do stay safe, follow the guidelines that the authorities are putting down out there for us, and give thanks that we have the comfort of our homes to be safe in, as there are many that don't, that are homeless and displaced through most of the time no fault of their own, and send loving prayers of comfort and security to people in that situation. And we also send prayers for the situation that humanity is in at the moment to resolve swiftly with beneficial outcomes for all. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you, Aries, for being you. Do share your experiences with me on the comments below, and I look forward to speaking with you all soon. Many blessings. Namaste.